In Puerto Rico, you will hear about carne mechada used two ways. Some folks mean the shredded beef that looks like the ropa vieja, but the traditional Puerto Rican version is right here. A roast cooked low and slow in a rich seasonal broth. Now, if you're stuffing it, you thread the strips of pork throughout the roast before cooking. But today, we're keeping it simple, okay? No stuffing, just that deep island flavor built from my homemade adobo and sazón. Let's create. I'm starting with my homemade adobo. Garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, small paprika, cumin, oregano, and a touch of salt and mix together. Then my sazon, homemade, ground annatto, garlic powder, coriander, cumin, turmeric, small paprika, and salt. That's the color. Now I got a 2.5 pound bottom round roast. And I'm going to marinate this baby with a good coat of my adobo and sazon. But also going to splash a little bit of extra virgin olive oil so those stuff stick together. And you can add some vinegar or orange juice along with the juice. Some crunch garlic. Crush. I want to start with that. And I'm going to rub everything in together, both sides, okay? Rub it in together nicely. Both sides and to the side. Once it's coated, I let it marinate for at least 6 hours. Overnight is even better. And that's how you build your deep, real flavor, okay? 6 hours later, or maybe overnight. So here what I got. I got extra virgin olive oil heating in a pot over medium high. Let's sear this roast on all sides until you got that dark golden crust. You're going to flip it and also do this size, okay? I removed the roast, put it aside, and now I'm going to add sliced onions. I'm going to add red and green bell peppers, a few garlic cloves that's smashed, some cilantro, and onions. And my friends, now we have the flavor foundation right here. Mixing this stuff with the mixed juices, right? I like to add a little bit of sofrito, but this is optional, okay? You really don't need it. I have a little bit, so add it. Okay. And I'm going to let it cook for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. If you need more oil, add it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a touch of tomato paste. Mix it up a little bit, some richness. And then what I'm going to do is add my beef broth, or you can use stock too. Enough that when you put your roast, it's going to cover your roast halfway. So you might have to add more, okay? I added the roast. I had to add also more beef stock or beef broth, whatever you're using. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a couple bay leaf. Actually, you know what? That's some of my left from the marinade. I'm going to put it there too. Why not, right? Why not? Get the flavor flowing. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the heat too low. And I'm going to let this braise for about 2 hours to maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes. Or you have the choice of popping this in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, same amount of time. Either way, go slow. That's how the stuffed cut of beef turns into pure tenderness. Also, make sure you flip this beef halfway through the process, okay? Okay, so it's up to you. Oven or stove. So I took it out of the oven. And now look at this. Tender, juicy, and just holding together beautifully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it rest for about 10 minutes before slicing it, so those juices stay right there where they belong, okay? Don't toss that braising liquid away. Instead, turn the heat up to medium high and let it simmer on cover for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. What we're doing is reducing it down until it thickens and coats the back of a spoon. Finish it up with a squeeze of lime or orange juice, just a squeeze. Just a squeeze to wake it up. You want to wake this up, okay? If you want a silky touch, then what you do is whisk in a small knob of butter right at the end, okay? Right at the end, just whisk it up. Slice it thin against the grain, and that's how you get every bite tender. Pour the sauce right over the sliced beef. This is what is going to bring everything together, okay? Serve it with arroz con gandules, or white rice with beans, or tostones, it doesn't matter. This, my friends, is pure Puerto Rican comfort from scratch.